How's that? Is that better? Do we have sound now? Looks like we have sound now. I've been resetting the studio, so everything's... give it a second, it's coming. Can you hear me jamming now? My fault, you guys. I was pretty sure that something would end up not working right. It's not you, Christine. Let's fade this music and talk a little bit. How you guys doing today? Welcome into the Vital Axiom. We are so glad that you were here in the house. Sorry about the audio difficulty there, or the... it's my fault. What happened is I've reset the studio. You might have been able to see from the picture that was up. And unplugged and replugged. And I got a new USB adapter, and so I guess it didn't recognize. I got the cameras fixed, but obviously not everything. But we got it now, right? Everybody's here and we're good. Hey, John, I said hello to a bunch of you, and all you saw was... So, hey, Bonnie, hey, Pamela, Bob, everybody. I said Clintwood's strong in the house today. How you guys doing? It's good to see you on the show. It's Tuesday. In fact, I think it's going to be Tuesday all day long today. I think it's going to stay Tuesday until it goes to Wednesday. I think it kind of does it every week. So, and it's a beautiful day. I'm getting ready to head up to Wytheville, Virginia. If you guys know where that is. Siri doesn't like it. She calls it Wytheville. She's a hick. And I'm going to head to Wytheville, Virginia, just a little while. They're having a conference that I'm going to for tonight. Let me get down so I can see everybody. Hey, Sherry. How's Mama doing? 2:35. I want to get down to see her. Hey, Minnesota got here. What's up, Cindy? You guys ready to sing a little bit? Let's do this song together. Come on.
with no
I surrender. Nothing I want more than to know you, Lord. What am I supposed to do with all my kingdoms next to you? 'Cause you're the Lord, you're the Lord. Oh, I could gain this world and more. It's all nothing next to you. You're my reward, yeah, yeah. So what am I supposed to do with all my kingdoms next to you? You're the Lord, oh yes you are, oh God. I could gain this world and more, but it's all nothing next to you. You're my reward, my reward. Oh, take over, lover of my soul. Take control, and I surrender. Nothing I want more than to know you, Lord, to know you. Just wanna know you more, oh, to draw close to your heart, God. Just wanna know you more, hey, 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 yeah. Just wanna know you more, to draw close to you, oh God. Draw me nearer to your throne, draw me nearer to your heart, oh God. Oh, take over my life, oh Lord. It's so awesome to have you guys on here today and hanging out with us on the Vital Axiom. Good to have you. Hey, I want you to go on my Facebook page if you want, or on my public Facebook page. You know, just look up Wayne Hager. You'll get some confusing results. But and I want you to maybe to look at your life and maybe pray the prayer that I put up last night after a prayer here at church. Let me switch some screens up. And it's a prayer of repentance and asking God for mercy and asking for His grace. And, you know, we were in prayer last night, and the Lord, hey, Josh, Dylan, all you guys on here, so many people, I can't even keep up. We asked the Lord, you know, just to come and have mercy upon us in spite of who we are and to pour out His mercy, but not only that, to pour out His grace. We need God to move in our lives, in our church, in our community, and there's no exception for that. It's either Him or it's nothing. Good to have you guys on the show today. We're going to talk a little bit the rest of the week about words. I think Jonathan will be back on Thursday, and I'm sorry about the audio problem this morning because here's the deal. I took everything apart and put it all back together, and you might be able to. Let me see if I can. I don't think I can do it. If I can get another sign up that shows you. Let me see here. Let's try it. Yeah, I think I can do it. Let me try this. I'll show you the changes that I made. I'm working on it. Give me a second. Get there. There we go. Here we go. I'll flip this up, and you guys can see some changes that I made in the studio. I built this table here last night. And so I've moved the computers all around. I won't have to turn over this way as often. And I got this computer here. Here's my notes you can see for the message we're getting ready to have. And then here's a computer where you guys are getting my information. There's the camera. And here's some harmonizing reverb. And my notes, you can over here on this side, you can't really, there's two iPads where I'm seeing Tina say, "It was beautiful, pray, yes we do." And so there's all the stuff. So you guys can check that out. And that's kind of the changes I've been going through today. So I had to unplug everything and plug everything back together. And so I obviously missed one thing, and that was the audio, which is kind of important. If we're going to be here, you should be able to hear me, right? Kind of get that. Hey, guys, let's talk a little bit about words. Let's talk a little bit about words this week. You know, in the world we live in, it's important that we understand God's will and desire for our life. And here's my question for you this week, and I want you to think about it. What kind of words do you use most? Here's the exact quote. What kind of words do you most often use? What kind of words do you most often use? What kind of words? I want you to think of it. What kind of words do you most often use? You say, what do you mean, what kind of words? You mean verbs? You mean adjectives? Well, maybe a little more than that. What kind of words do you often use? Do you use good words? You say, well, what is good and bad? Who determines that? Well, you know, if you're going to be a Christian and follow God, He determines that. So do you use bad words? Do you mean like cuss words, like blankety blank, bleep, bleep? Well, sure. Okay, but more than that. More than that. And we're going to talk a lot about words this week. Do you use good words? Do you use bad words? Do you use words that are not kind, that are hurtful, painful? Do you use words that bless and edify and build up and encourage? Or do you use words that tear down and destroy and are hurtful and painful? And that's really the whole crux of this message. We're going to kind of break it down and give you more detail. But let's start out by doing this. Let's look at Proverbs 18:21. Now, we're going to look at it in the King James Version, and then in one of the versions I like a lot, the Message Bible. We're going to look at both of those and talk about words. What kind of words do you use? It says in Proverbs 18:21, let me read to you, death and life, this is the King James, death and life are in the power of the tongue. If you're out there, somebody say, the tongue has power. I'm sorry, that's how some preachers would say it. Power. You can't just say power. You have to say power. And if you're out there watching, think about that. The tongue has power. And I'm not talking about the power to, you know, like these people stick out their tongue and pull cars. I mean, whatever. No. We're not talking about that. We're talking about power to do what? And then he goes on to say, they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. That's kind of, that, you know, and a lot of charismatics have kind of, hey, Jim, hey, Michelle, hey, Cindy, hey, Henry. Hey, Donald. A lot of charismatics have taken that death and life in the power of the tongue and turned it into this whole positive confession. That's really not. Let me read to you from the Message Bible, Proverbs 18:21. Words kill. Words give life. They're either poison or fruit. And then I like the end of this. It says, you choose. So today, let's talk about that. Let's ask that question. Are my words killing or are they giving life? Think about, okay, let's just back up. Rewind and think about the conversations you've had this morning. And other than business or just information, did the words that you spoke over your life, over people, to your kids, to your spouse, were those life-giving words or were those killing words, killer words? You say, well, they're just communication words. Hey, honey, I'll have some coffee. Hey, honey, can you put cream in it? Okay, honey, and you can say thank you. But beyond that, are we, because I want you to consider what comes out of your mouth. And I want to show you later on this week how really serious it is and what a big deal it is to consider your words. And we'll talk a whole lot about it this week, Proverbs 18:21. So here's my question for you today. Let's kind of close with this question. Do you understand words? I don't mean, sometimes people talking I don't understand. I was in Nashville recently, and some of my daughter-in-law's family were there, and my wife and I were talking, and they said they couldn't understand us. And I'll tell you a funny story. I took a young man with me to Russia one time, and he was real country. He said wine. He called me wine, and so we got over there, and our interpreter, our translator, was very proper. She had been taught to speak English. She was Russian. She'd been taught to speak English, right, from people who were British. So she had a very proper, hello, Wayne, how are you today? And I actually had this on video. So the little guy that I took with me, country guy, he got up there to share, and she's got to translate for him. And he's talking, I just want to praise the Lord, thank him for all. And she's like got this panicked look on her face, and she looks at me, and she mouths, I don't understand him. So when I ask you, do you understand words? That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about can you understand what someone is saying, but do you understand words? Do you understand their power? Do you understand their power? You know, as a pastor, and not all pastors do, but I do a lot of counseling, a lot of counseling. And I find out that words that have been spoken over people can stick with them the rest of their whole life. That's positive and that's negative. If you've been told you're stupid, if you've been told you're an idiot, you'll never become anything, you're ugly, you're fat, whatever it is we do to people, it stays with them. And sometimes, can I just tell you the truth? They never recover from the power of those words and what they did to them and how they changed their life. And then also people that have been encouraged, hey, you can do anything. You're going to do great with your life. You're going to be a champion, whatever you set your mind to. And those people carry those words with them for their life, and they go, hey, man, I'm going to be somebody, because it basically turns into confidence, which we'll talk about later in the week. So the question is, do you understand words? Do you understand their power? And I know what you're going to say. Well, I didn't mean anything. I was just angry. Yeah, but the words still came out, and they still went into the ears of the hearer and affected them. And then there's the power of the words over your own life. I'm ugly. I'm stupid. I can't do anything. I'm not smart like other people. All the things that we do, we speak all these words. And I want you to understand, they don't just fall to the ground. Words have power. Bob says it causes permanent damage sometimes. And I pray by the grace of God that it's not permanent if we really come to the Lord and let Him move in our life. If we really come and say, God, I need your help, your transformation. I need you to move in my life. All of us have experienced their effect. How many of you would just raise your hand out there? Don't do it if you're driving. Keep your hands on the wheel. How many of you would say, yes, you know what, man, somebody has spoken words over me and devastated me and changed my life and hurt me and wounded me and all the things. Or somebody encouraged me. You know, as a pastor, sometimes I'll get emails or texts or messages from people, and they'll be saying, hey, Pastor, that was such a great word. It was so encouraging. And I'd be like, yes. It makes me feel so good because, you know, I did something to bless somebody. Maybe somebody say, I love that song or whatever. How many of you have experienced, well, all of you, of course, the power of words in your life? You think back to when somebody said something horrible to you. I'll close with this story. One time, I was dating a girl down in Florida. Her name was Linda. I won't give any more of that, but her name was Linda. We'll call her Linda R. L-R. And I thought I was in love with Linda. Ooh, Linda, And I remember I didn't have much money, but I went out and bought her an album, a record. Some of y'all don't even know what that is. It's this big round thing, 33 1/3. It was actually, okay, don't tell anybody. It was Rod Stewart. And I went out and bought her that record. I bought her a bracelet. And, man, I was like, whoo, I'm in love. And I remember that maybe about a week or so into our wonderful romance, maybe 2 weeks. I'm not sure how long it was. She pulled me aside and she said, you know, Wayne, she said, you're more like a brother to me. Oh, gosh. Talk about devastation. Talk about words that devastated. Holy smoke. And then to make it even worse, like to drive the knife in and to turn it, she started trying to date my brother. Those words really hurt me. They still stick with me now. No, I'm over it. What did Dylan say? Dylan said, your words encourage me. Well, thank you, man. Bless you, buddy. Bless you. Good to see you guys. So I want you to, all of us have experienced the effect of words. Bad words can hurt you, but you know good words can heal you. We'll talk a little bit more about that tomorrow. I'm about to jump up in a ride and go to Whitfield, Virginia. You guys have a great day, great evening. And I plan on seeing you tomorrow morning at 11:30 a.m. here on the Vital Axiom. You guys on YouTube, share this with somebody. You guys on Periscope, share it with somebody. You guys on Facebook, share it. And I hope Jonathan will be back in here on Thursday. We haven't talked about it, but I'm sure he's anxious and chomping at the bit to get back here. I'm out of here, you guys. Love you guys. Have a great day. Be blessed.